Okay, so this is a solution, manual or the solution. These are the solutions for the quiz one. So quiz one. So this is the quiz one, format 102. So these are the solutions, okay? So in one of the questions, we're told to determine the equation of the common chord, okay, the common chord question. And then in that question, you had a common chord of two intersecting circles, which was x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 2y minus 31 is equal to 0. And then 2x squared. So this was like circle 1. And then circle 2 was 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 6x plus 8y minus 35 is equal to 0. So to find a common chord, you just have to subtract circle 1 from circle 2 or circle 2 from circle 1. But to make it easier, what we do is we multiply circle 1 by 2, and then this will give us 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 8x minus 4y minus 62 is equal to 0. Then what we do next, so if this is equation 1, this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. And what we do next is we subtract equation 2 and equation 3. And if we do that, we'll have 2x plus 12y plus 27 is equal to 0. And this is the common chord between these two circles. Okay. And 2, we're asked to find the distance, distance of a point P, which is 3, 2, from the line with equation 12x plus 5y minus 11 is equal to 0. Okay, and then we know this to be given by the absolute value of 12 times 3 plus 5 times 2 minus 11 all over the square root of 12 squared plus 5 squared. And if you do this, you should get 36 plus 10 minus 11 all over 169. And this will be plus or minus 35 over 13. Okay, so it means that either positive or negative, any one of them is correct. Okay. Then we have another question where you have to find, so I'll say this is question 4, where you have to find points, right? Where we're supposed to find the points dividing dividing A, which was 1, 2, and B, which was 3, 1, in a ratio of 1 to 2, right? And then we know usually in that case that you have your ratio. So you take 2 times 1 for the x component, and then 1 times 3 all over 2 plus 1. For the y component, you have 2 times 2 plus 1 times 1 over 2 plus 1. And this should give us 5 over 3, 5. Okay. So, and then we also had a question where we were supposed to find so question 5 is to find the equation of a circle whose center is, so the center of the circle was given as 2 and minus 3, and then it passes through the intersection of the lines 3x plus 2y is equal to 11, 2x plus 3y is equal to 4. Okay. So in this case, we call the first equation 1, the second equation 2, and then we solve 1 and 2, 1 and 2 simultaneous. And that means you take 3x, you multiply equation 1 by 2, and then this gives us 6x plus 4y is equal to 22, and then you multiply equation 2 by 3, and this gives us 6x plus 9y is equal to 12, and this gives us equation 3 and equation 4. Then you subtract equation 3 from 4, and this will give us 5y and then minus 10. And that means y is equal to minus 2. So if we know y now, then we can substitute y, for instance, into equation 1, and then solve for x. So in equation 1, for instance, we have 3x plus 2, and then y is now minus 2 is equal to 11. And then this gives us 3x is equal to 11 plus 4, which is 15. And then if you divide by 3 and divide by 3 as well, you will get x to be 5. Then question 6 is to find angle between y is equal to square root of 3x plus 4 and y is equal to 1 over square root of 3x minus 3. M1 is equal to square root of 3. M2 is 1 over square root of 3. And then we know tan theta is M1 minus M2 is 1 plus M1 M2. Square root of 3, 1 over square root of 3, 1 plus square root of 3 times 1 over square root of 3. And this will be 1 over 2 square root of 3 minus 1 over square root of 3. And then theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 over 2 square root of 3 minus 1 over square root of 3. And this is tan inverse of 0.577 0.57735, and this is nothing but 5 over 6. Find the equation of the line passing through minus 3, 5 and perpendicular to the line. So we find the equation of the line, find equation of the line that passes through what? Minus 3 and 5 and perpendicular to the point 2, 5 and minus 3, 6. Solution. So we know that we have a point A 2, 5 and another point minus 3, 6. Then we have a point minus 3, 5, which is perpendicular to these points. So we find the gradient of this line that is joining 2, 5 and minus 3, 6. And in that case, we have 6 minus 2 over minus 3 minus 5. And then this is 4 over minus 8. This is minus 1 over 2. Right? So, sorry. This is rather the opposite. So we have 6 and 5. 6 and 5, and then we have minus 3, minus 2. So this is 1 over minus 5. Okay, minus 1 over 5. But we know that if we call this line 1, we know that this line 1 is perpendicular to line 2, and we know that the gradient of these two should be minus 1. So therefore, the gradient of line 2 is 1 over the gradient minus 1 over the gradient of line 1, and then the gradient of line 1 is nothing but minus 1 over 5, and this is equal to 5. So the equation of the line that passes through minus 3 and 5, minus 3 and 5 is y minus 5 is equal to 5 x minus 3. This is 5 x plus 3. And this is y is equal to 5x plus 15 plus 5, which is 5x plus 20. So the equation of the line is nothing but 5 minus y minus 5x minus 20 is equal to 7. Okay. So next one is the ratio of the line joining points. Okay. So the next one is ratio of line joining the points A, which is minus 1 and 1, and B, which is 5 and 7, divided by the line x plus y is equal to 4. Okay, so in such a case, we know that the line x plus y is equal to 4 passes through or divides the point A and B into a ratio. Of course, we don't know what this ratio is. So we say that if this is the point A of solution, if this is point A and this is point B, and then we know that this is line y plus x is equal to 4, then we know that it is dividing, this line is dividing A and B into a ratio. Okay, so let's suppose, okay, so solution is that, let's suppose that x plus y is equal to 4. Divides line AB into a ratio k to 1. Okay. Then Then we know that we have 5 of k minus 1 over k plus 1 and 7 of k plus 1 over k plus 1. The x component and the y component. But we know that this point, okay, this point lies on x plus y is equal to 4. Therefore, we can write 5k minus 1 over k plus 1 plus 7k plus 1 over k plus 1 is equal to 4. And this will give us 5k minus 1 plus 7k plus 1 is equal to 4k plus 1. And that gives us 12k is equal to 4k plus 4, and then 8k is equal to 4, and so k is 1 over 2, which gives us the ratio 1:2. Okay. Then we had another question, which was the equation of the circle passing through 3 points, right? Equation of circle passing through 3 points. P minus 6 of 5, Q minus 3 minus 4, R 2 of 1. Solution is that you take each of these points, then you substitute it into the equation of the circle. Plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So if we take p, it's minus 6, 5, then you get minus 6 squared plus 5 squared plus 2g of 5 plus 2f, sorry, minus 6 then of 5, and then plus c is equal to 0. Then you take q, is minus 3 minus 4, and then you have minus 3 squared plus minus 4 squared plus 2g minus 3 plus 2f minus 4 plus c is equal to 0. Then your r is 2, 1. This is 2 squared plus 1 squared plus 2g of 2 plus 2f of 1 plus c is equal to 0. So if you evaluate it, then you have three equations: minus 12g plus 10f plus c is equal to minus 61. You have minus 6g minus 8f plus c is equal to minus 25. Then you have 4g plus 2f plus c is equal to minus 1. So solve simultaneously. Okay, solve simultaneously for G, F, and C, and then you get, so if you do G, F, and C, then you will get 3 minus 1 and minus 15, which gives us the equation of the circle to be x squared y squared plus 2 of gx plus 2 of fy plus c is equal to 0. And this is x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 2y minus 15 is equal to 0. Okay. The next one, the next question, which is question 10, is that if you have a line, so if you have a line x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0, okay, which intersects the circle. Okay, so you have a line which intersects the circle. So it's, here it's minus as well. It's minus as well. And then we have a circle given by x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 2y minus 5 is equal to 0. If you want to find the intersection of these two, then what you do is that you take the line and then you say x is equal to 2y plus 1. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And then you substitute 3 into 2. You substitute 3 into 2. Substitute equation 3 to equation 2. Such that now you have 2y plus 1 squared plus y squared plus 4, 2y plus 1 minus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. Then you expand this. So if you expand this, you will get 4y squared plus 4y plus 1 plus y squared plus 8y plus 4 minus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. And you can evaluate this to be 5y squared plus 10y is equal to 0. Now 5y, y plus 2 is equal to 0. So y is 0 or y is minus 2. So we know that y is equal to 0. We have x is equal to 2 of 0 plus 1, which is 1. So one of the points is 1, 0. And y is equal to minus 2. X will be given by 2 minus 2 plus 1. And this will be equal to minus 3. So we have minus 3 and minus 2 as another point of intersection. Then the next one is that which will be question 11, is that if the distance between the points 2, 2 and 1 of x is 5, what is the value of x? So the distance, so we have the point 2, 2, and the points 1x, 1x have a distance 5. Find x. So to find x, what we do is we know that x 5 squared is equal to 2 minus 1 squared plus 2 minus x squared. Okay, so this is 5 squared, 1 squared, 1 squared plus 2 minus x squared. Okay, so this should give us no, I think that there's an error here. The point is it's minus here, right? And then also minus here. So in that case, it's 2 minus 1, okay? 2 minus 1 squared, and then minus 2 minus x. So here, we'll then get 3 squared, okay? So if you do that, then you have 5 squared minus 3 squared is equal to minus 2 minus x squared. And then if you do minus 2 minus x squared, then you will get on this side 4 plus 4x plus x squared. Okay, and then on the left hand side you will get 25 minus 9, which will be 16. So if we go down one more step, we'll have 16 is equal to 4 plus 4x plus x squared. And then eventually we'll have x squared plus 4x minus 12 is 0. And this means that we have x minus 2, x plus 6 is 0. It means x is equal to minus 6 or x is equal to 2. Okay. Then the next one, number 12. The next one is the equation of the tangent at the point 0, 2 to the circle. So we have a circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 2y minus 8 is 0. And then we have a point, we have a point 0, 2, and we want to find tangent equation. Okay, equation of the line, which is the tangent. So we take C1, we find the gradient from C1. That basically means find the derivative 2y dy dx plus 4 plus 2 dy dx is equal to 0. So dy dx 4 minus 2x over 2y plus 2. So dy dx at 0, 2 is nothing but 4 minus 2 of 0, 2 of 2 plus 2. And this will be 4 over 6, right? 2 over 3. So now we know the gradient of the line. So we can find the equation of the line that passes through that point. So it is y minus 2 is equal to the gradient x minus 0 is the same as 2 over 3 of x, right? So altogether you should have 3y minus 2x minus 6 equal to 0. As the equation of the tangent at the point 0, 2 to the circle that was given. Then the next one, which is 13, says that a line passes through, okay, a line passes through 1, 1, and is perpendicular to another line 3x plus y is equal to 7. What is its x-intercept? Okay. So, so we want to find a line that passes through the point 1, 1 and perpendicular to the line 3x plus y is equal to 7. And then we want to find the x-intercept. So 3x plus y is equal to 7. We can write it as y is equal to minus 3x plus 7. And that means that the gradient is minus 3. And because we know that it is perpendicular to the line 2, 1, 1, we know that the product of two lines, the product of the gradients of two lines is minus 1 if they are perpendicular. So since M1, the perpendicular of the first line is minus 3, then M2 is nothing but minus 1 over M1. And since M1 is minus 3, we have the gradient of the second line to be 1 over 3. And with that, we can write the equation of the line that passes through the point 1, 1 and has gradient 1 over 3, which is 3y minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. But what we're actually looking for is the x-intercept. Okay? X-intercept. X-intercept means y is equal to 0. And that means 3 of 0 minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. And this means that, and this implies x is equal to minus 2. The next one, which I say is 14, is to find the center and the radius. Okay. So if you are given x squared plus y squared plus 8x plus 7 is equal to 0, find center and radius. Solution. We just have to compare the equation of the circle. Now we'll see that 2g is equal to 8 and g is equal to 4. And then 2f is equal to 0 and f is equal to 0. And c is nothing else but 7. So we know that the center is given by minus g minus f. And in this case, it means minus 4, 0. And the radius is given by square root of j squared plus f squared minus c, which is nothing but minus 4 squared minus 7 which is square root of 16 minus 7, which is square root of 9, which is 3. And that gives us the center and the radius. 15, we want to find equation of line 2a 4 minus 1 and parallel to x-axis. Okay, equation of the line QA and parallel. So we want to find the equation of a line which passes through the point A, which is 4 minus 1, and is parallel to the x-axis. So we know that if a line is parallel to the x-axis, then it has gradient 0. Since the x-axis basically has gradient 0. And then if it passes through the point A, which is 4 minus 1, then we can write the equation of that line, which is y minus 1, which is y from here, and then the gradient is 0, which is bracket x minus 4 from here. Then if you expand this, you have y is equal to minus 1, which is the gradient or equation of the line parallel to the x-axis. And then next, which is 16, we'll consider a circle that has a center O, a circle with center O, and has a 6 centimeter chord, and is at distance 4 centimeters from the center. Okay. So let me draw this again. Let me draw it well. So we have a circle. Oh, not a nice looking circle. We have a circle. We have a chord. And then we have a center of the circle. A center of the circle. From here to this point, it's 4 centimeters. The chord is 6 centimeters. That means if we split it into 2, 3 and 3, and then the equation says find the radius, the diameter of the circle, which is also find the radius actually. So to proceed, what we do is, since we know that the chord is 6 and is 4 centimeters away from the center, we can immediately write the radius here. The radius to be the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared. And this is equal to 16 plus 9, which is equal to 25, which is equal to 5. The diameter is 2 times the radius which is 2 times 5 centimeter, which is equal to 10 centimeters. The next one is to find the length. So the next one is 17. Okay, so next we want to find the length mn from the circle x squared plus y squared minus 20x minus 24y plus 195 is equal to 0 has a center M from the point N. So the center M is what we want to find first. So we write the equation of the circle and then we just compare it. And then we see that the center M is given by 10 and 12. If you compare this equation to this equation. Then the length of M from N, which is the center to the point N, is nothing else but the square root of the differences in x-axis squared plus the differences in the y-axis squared. So this is 25 minus 10 squared plus 32 minus 12 squared of their square root. If you do that, you get 25. And this is the length of M to N. Okay, then finally, we want to find a circle. We want to derive the equation of a line through the point C, which is given by the circle x minus 5 squared plus 5 plus 2 squared is equal to 5 squared, and goes through the point 7 and 2. So here it's very, very straightforward to do. Now you just compare to the main equation of the equation of a circle. You just compare your equation C here that is given. Okay, and then you see that basically it is x. So you have x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equal to r squared. So where a and b are the center. So here clearly in this case, a and b is given by 5 and minus 2. So the next thing is, once we know the center and we know the point, we find the gradient of this between these 2 points, and then we realize the gradient is given is 2. And if we know the gradient, then we can write the equation of the line that goes through the point 7, 2. So this is y minus y1, which is given by 2, is equal to the gradient, which is 2, into bracket x minus x1, which is 7. And this gives us the equation of the line, okay, through the point 7, 2 that we are looking for.